It's another late night. I guess that's when you do it right. Some people gonna be uptight, and some people gonna be saying, "Hey, Big Gene, what's up tonight?" Come on, my new latest rap joint. Marco Rios, first in line, chocolate kisses. How y'all doing out there? Whiskey to Dawn. Yeah, hey everybody. I just thought I'd drop this knowledge on y'all before they go drop that knife on me this morning. Yeah, I'm in good spirit, man. How y'all doing out there? Saya Moore, Black Garden, Ruben Hernandez. Man, what y'all doing up, man? I've been asleep all day. Like I said, I was in the bed by 6, woke up about 11. Um, Gotta take my last drink of water at 12 o'clock. And then, you know, in the morning on the way for those folks to take care of me, to make me a bigger, better, you know what I'm saying, healthier. Yes, sir. Robert Brown out there in Lafayette, Indiana. That's my mother's maiden name, Brown. Could be family. What up? Hi, Miss Angela Dickerson. You woke now too? You put the babies to sleep? Hi, Miss Dickerson. Miss Dickerson used to be on me. Hard body. I'm like, oh. And then, you know, she became, I think, one of my biggest supporters. Y'all from Ken, Rob Dickerson, Angela Dickerson? Well, anyway, if y'all read the title, and y'all gonna see for yourself because my manager Cass that's asleep. My manager Cass that's asleep right now. He's gonna put up he's gonna change the thumbnail, and it's gonna have what 50 Cent said about the Dossier, and it's gonna have a picture of me and 50 together. He was doing a movie, so he looked real skinny at the time on that picture. Oh, they're out there in Chi-Town, Miss Dickerson. Yeah. Shout out to Chicago. Midnight 2020. Yeah, same thing to you and Marcus Anderson. Harlem, man. Harlem. Who's that? That's not me too okay. I guess so. I guess so. All right. Reggie, you up too, man? Damn, Reggie. Yo, Reg, thanks for praying for me, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yep, I'm gonna be all right, man. Listen here. God ain't finished with me yet. You know, so I gotta look at it that way. Ryan Trapp. That's when my manager at up in Canada. Wake his ass up. Cass, wake your ass up, man. I'm up, you up. Cass is a good dude. Oh, yeah, you in the Simp, Lorenzo? M.I. Cool it, I, hum back, I, Mississippi. Yo, these people up north don't know nothing about that, man. Yeah, I think the Will Maddock, I think the Dossier are going to have more episodes. You know, but this is crazy, man, how, you know, some of these people out here still think that, and they're going to think what they want to think. Yo, Big Gene is lying and stuff like that. And they don't seem to get nothing until one of these stars say something. You see how effed up our mind is, man? You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent come out and say something about the Dossier. You know what I'm saying? Because he's watching. Don't think they not watching us, man. See, this internet thing has somewhat put us on the same level. You see all of them running out here doing shows, all of them wanting to, you know, getting platforms and everything like that, putting stuff on Instagram. They going hard body on Instagram. They going hard body on the YouTube and everything like that. So it puts a lot of people on the same level because they're getting the same information, or they able to put information out here. So now, um, Dog Pound TV, you ain't see that, bro? 50 did the same thing on my show too. He put it up for like 15, 20 minutes and then took it down because he know about 50 to 100,000. And that 15, 20 minutes, 50 to 100,000 people going to see what he said. And so he don't seem like he going against the grain. He'll take it down. But he put it out there because the brother, you know, always had a heart. You know what I'm saying? He was always a good dude. But then he, you know, he did what he did and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? He let people know, listen, I know about this shit. I know what's going on. You understand? And some of it I support, but then because he's in the same circle with those guys and they do business, you know, there's only so much that he gonna do. But for him to put that up about the Dossier and what he felt about it, and somebody screenshot it, sent it to me, and I'm gonna put it on as my thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning shit. Yo, my thumbnail. I'm gonna put it up as my thumbnail. You know? Yeah, when you learn a little bit more. This is gonna be my. I don't know if you can see this, but this is gonna be my thumbnail right here. That's Big Junior, and that's 50 Cent. Yeah, and that's what he said about the Dossier. You'll be able to see it better. I don't know. Let's see if I get it. No, you can't see it. No, you don't. Hold on. But you'll be when he put it up on my thumbnail, you'll be able to see what he said. And that's the guy who sent it to me right there, on there. But you know, this old motherfucker, he can't get shit right. You know, but it is what it is. That nigga talking about 50 now. Jimmy Jones, ain't nothing happening, bro. I'm chilling. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Listen here, bro. I don't care about how quiet other people is, what other people are doing. You know, I came this. I've been through it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. Uh, Doobie Two Fly. When you real with it and you don't give a fuck, excuse me, give a f about what other people think or say, and you come on here wholehearted. Uh, when you come up here wholehearted and give everything up, and you ain't looking for nothing, man, God make sure you get your just dessert, man. You know what I'm saying? God make sure that I hope this light ain't is that light catching y'all or something, man? You know, because I don't want to mess that up. God make sure you get your just dessert, and I don't need Jay Black or nobody else to speak up for me. And you know, I may have been a little too harsh to say that Jay was, you know, big and flunky and stuff like that, but he said it. You know, if you gotta run around and do what niggas say all the time, and a lot of us did shit that outside of our job description. It's plenty of times that Puff gave me the credit card and said, "Yo, Gene, go down to Gucci and pick up Kim's stuff." You know what I mean? Go do this and go do that. You know what I mean? Outside of the normal or job thing. I was just getting paid a whole lot of money to do what I do, no matter what it was. And like I said, you know, he always paid me well. I had no problem with old boy on that end. You know what I'm saying? but listening was a whole nother story for him. So let's get back to this whole thing, man. This Dossier thing, and that what I want y'all to be able to see without that light shining so much, and I'll fix that later. I want y'all to be able to understand that, you know, we have to start listening to the truth and understanding or feeling the person that's coming here telling us the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to say that into when I was doing my cooking. If you put all the ingredients right, your food gonna taste right. And I just hope that everything is coming together so we can see, so we can have some justice for Big, and maybe that may bring some justice for Pac too. You know what I mean? Nah, he don't owe me nothing, bro. I'm a type of dude that if I work for something, you gonna pay me. Nah, you don't owe me nothing. You understand? Like people, like I told you, I lost a lot of good friends behind this thing, and I lost a lot of connections with the industry because I know how strong dude is, man. You know, people that I did favors for, people that I used to talk to, you know, people that I could call up and, you know, yo, I need tickets for this, or can you give my people tickets for that? Or could you show up here, show up there? And they would show up. All that's gone since I came to the internet. But I'm not mad because I found some newfound friends, and most of y'all is a whole lot solid than them cats in the industry. Because they know what I've done for them. They know how I helped them in their time of need. And because, you know, I took this battle on, you understand? Who's that? Lola, Shebang? Yeah, no lies told. No lies told. I got a dude talking about nobody never seen that picture of Suge and Misa. Reggie knows about that picture of Suge and Misa because it was in the Death Row catalog. And the people out there on the West Coast, some of them saw it. But because he didn't see it and he said nobody saw it, nigga, who are you to say nobody saw it? I saw it. Diddy saw it. Misa saw it. A lot of people saw it. Chili Town, what's that? Who's that? Chili Town Majors? Yeah. A lot of people, you know, 85% of these people are like that. Are like these artists, followers. They don't think for themselves. Always thought for myself. Tatiana, hi, little niece. Yeah. Yeah, that Biggie and that Tupac case was long overdue. But when people are selling lies and people are getting, you know, all this out here to promote certain things, it's gonna come out, bro. It's gonna all that shit is gonna be all right. It's gonna come down to it. And then everybody always say this shit. Yo, let the nigga rest in peace. How motherfuckers gonna rest in peace, bro? How people gonna rest in peace when they died violently and viciously and niggas is lying on their name? Huh? I'm gonna get to some of y'all questions, man. People are lying on their name. And it's coming out. You know, everybody know that the FBI do an investigation to win. Or they do an investigation just enough for you could say, man, I might as well go ahead and make a deal. And this guy, Phil Carson, what reason do we have to take up for me, to follow what I'm saying? He's going to investigate everything I'm saying to the T. He's going to try to catch me in a lie. He want to make sure that he crosses all his T's and dots all his I's. Because the whole FBI investigation and what he does depend on how good he performing it, how good he investigate this whole shit. And they go through everything. You know, if you listen to the dossier, how when he sent the cop to Amir Muhammad's house, and the cop said, "Oh, we couldn't find out. The car was registered too early. You know, so it was still in the registration process, so we don't know who the car belonged to." And Amir Muhammad said, "You a lie. I just spoke to somebody at LAPD, and it was a Fed car." You see how they did the little trick to him? They threw that out to see what he'll say. You understand? And because he was emotional and he thought the cop was trying to get at him, he told them what they wanted to hear. Now they knew he had some connection with LAPD, and he called them and they told him it was a Fed car. 1986 Quizzo. Hey Gene, is it true that Suge was hitting Misa and Pac was hitting Mary J. Blige? I don't know what they did in their bedroom, but I know Misa was down there for months with Justin, and because she was supposed to be, she was a stylist and she was styling some of the death row people. And Reggie even told the story. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Yo, Misa was down here for months, and Puff mother was calling saying, just send my grandson back to me. You could keep her." So you think Suge ain't gonna utilize that time to take pictures and make Puff look bad? Come on, brother. Be stupid trapping. What's going on with you? You like the moderators? Miss Jones is Hassan. Thanks for asking. Miss Jones is doing good. I speak to Miss Jones at least once or twice a week. You understand? And then and people don't understand. Yo, listen here, man. You ain't got nothing. Yo, you go at somebody's mother around me, and I knew them like that. Man, you ain't got no love. You ain't got no love for me no more. Cause I'ma straighten you out. Even when the bodyguard said some old fly shit to Miss Jones, I went to that nigga. I was like, "Yo, man, you call her and you apologize to her right now, man. Because if Wolf was here, you wouldn't be standing right here. You know that. If Wolf was right here, none of you, that shit you said, that shit Diddy said to him, to his mother, he'd have got his ass whooped. The shit the bodyguard said to his mother, he probably would have died." Josh, you know that to be true? Josh Hawkins? He got years supplies of it? Nah, man, I ain't shot basketball in years, man. I ain't shot basketball in years. I ain't done none of that. Trump should have pardoned Suge, but the right people didn't get to him. What time is it? Let me see. I want to take my... Oh, I got 3 minutes right here. I'm going to take my last drink of water, man. I'm not supporting this shit, but this is some good-ass water, boy. I'm telling you. I can't drink nothing after 12 o'clock. I want to be real hydrated when I go up under that knife. Oh, Tony Stone said only the feds could get pardoned. Okay, all right. I guess that's why Lil Wayne was a federal case, because he was on a plane or something like that. Hassan, Coach, that's a good question. You got to understand, Biggie did understand that Puff had effed him around. Because why wouldn't he take all his artists under Puff? Why would he put not one of his artists, one of his groups under Puff? He went through a whole different label, went through a whole different company. Yeah, man, I gotta do another surgery, man. You know, I don't mind sharing that shit with y'all, man. You know, and you know they found some tumors and by my rib cage, and when I sleep on that side, shit hurts, man. Shit got big, and they gotta take them out. Gotta come out. Yeah, it's gonna make me a bigger and better thing. You know, I had a couple, and then I had a surgery that I gotta do one more in February, and the doctor said I should be finished. What happened was I had a stomach operation, and what happened, what they call a scar tissue hernia developed, and it won't go down. They said they have to put a mesh in the stomach. And that's going to be my second one, you know. And all I know is that, man, listen here, God ain't finished with me yet, you know, and through all that wear and tear on my body from playing ball all those years, and for, you know, at Gladiator Club, you know what I'm saying, Gladiator School, at them clubs, fighting every other night and stuff like that. It takes a wear and tear on you, man. You know what I mean? And then arresting motherfuckers who don't want to go to jail. It is what it is. Drain Master, thank you, brother. How you doing, sir? What's good with you? Thank you, Rashonda Bradford. Thank you for everybody, Miss Karen Baker, all you guys who wishing me a speedy recovery. But let's get back to this Dossier thing, man. This shit is serious, man. These people, the guy who is behind that podcast, I'm hearing that he was like, if you know the guy who was on he played the manager on the Entourage. He's a part of that podcast show. So he's putting money back behind that stuff to do the investigation and everything. He was a big impact Pac fan. So they coming together, man. They putting money behind that shit, and they gonna be able to, you know, do some of the stuff, get the paperwork, and that's why they have the receipts on that show. You know, I don't have money like that to be going and doing the investigation. I could barely push the right button on this damn computer to get to y'all. Oh, they're gonna put out some new episodes. You know what I'm saying? They got some other stuff they putting together. And you know, like, and y'all ask me, you know, people to come on my show, man. Listen to me. I can have people come up here. You know, like people wanted Unique. I told Unique, nah, I don't want them to come on my show. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, brother. You understand? Do your thing, Unique. Because if people understand that you talking to me, they not gonna give you the money. You know, when you come home, you know, people from the street, you know what I'm saying? They use, you know, people see them, they give them a little, you know, package. They ain't like they come from college. When you come home from college, they don't give you nothing. They look at me, you better get a job. You come home from jail, nigga give you some money or a pack to here. You can take this pack, or you can do this, or you can do that, or you can have your man do this and stuff like that, or give them something. But a lot of people, you know, like, they be like, nah, I ain't on that no more. I've already did 20-something years. Yeah, that would be a great episode. But see, everything come out of Caden's mouth will be a lie. You know what I mean? Somebody said the next show for the Dossier is January the 28th, next Thursday. How you know that 1986 Grizzle? Come on, man, don't be getting us all Yo, why you put Whiskey the Don on Drag Game Master? Why you put Whiskey the Don on you do something to him? That's my people. What's up with that? What's up with Whiskey the Don? What he do? Let me know. I ain't questioning my moderators or nothing like that because I got a lot of respect for y'all to come out there. But what did Whiskey the Don do? Claude Fidel said, never no proof. Are they finna start epoxying on the Dossier? I hope so, man. Hassan, I speak to Choke. Choke doing all right. Habizi, yo, thank you, man. But you know, it's not only that, man. If I say something and you don't believe it, check me on it. Or either, you know, say why you don't ring. Miss Gemini, come on, don't say that about Whiskey the Don. What was he saying? I don't be catching everything on here, y'all. But, you know, check me on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you what I seen. And if I heard it in my presence, what somebody said in my presence, or what I seen, and what I know to be true, that I could put my name and my word on it. That's what I'm going to give y'all. And in that Dossier, when 4 or 5, when they was talking about my situation and talking about me, man, that shit, that if you ever had something and then it was just lifted off of you because people had told you what they felt about you, that's like my whole college career. My senior year, when I got kicked off the team at the University of Tennessee Chattanooga for that fight I had, and I spoke to y'all about that. Maurice Head. They called him Mo. I spoke with him. I spoke to Carlos Jeter. I spoke to Dwight Harris. This is years ago. And they say, yo, Gene. Each one of those individuals told me they went to the coach and said, yo, let Deal back on the team, man, and we're going to go to the NCAA. We're going to win this tournament and everything. And then he was like, nah, if Bobby ain't playing, he can't play. You know what I'm saying? Now, this captain got books out now. His name Mac McCarthy. But he was a straight asshole. You understand? He took my dreams away from me, man. Not to go to the NBA. You understand? I knew if I would have got a shot, and me being a senior coming back playing as hard as I was, somebody was going to give me a shot. You know what I'm saying? I played against, and when I played against big guys, I always did them in. Big name guys, just put them that way. The big name guys, when I played against them, I've always did good against them, or I did a hell of a job causing our team to win. So I at least would have got a shot. And by Gene Bartow, you know, saying it when we had played down there, that he thought I was one of the best unknown forwards at the time. You know, that was a big help. And I was a hustler. You understand? I was a straight hustler. I was a dog at it, getting at you. So, you know, I see him have in his book, Charles Barkley, doing the forward thing. He talked about Charles Barkley like a dog. And he probably hated me so much because I probably reminded him of Charles Barkley, other than the fact that I went to class. He said, yo, I had to follow, make him go to class. He wasn't shit. He talked about Charles Barkley like a dog when he came in there. And now they supposed to be the best of friends. Charles did the forward of his book. See, that's how shit go. See, people never thought that they was gonna have this internet right here, so normal people like myself can come tell their stories. Normal people like myself has an audience that are hearing my story and passing it on. See, people want to say, yo, Gene, stop talking about Diddy. Why you keep on putting your stuff in Diddy? And then when I tell you how Diddy got that name, they laugh. When I tell you the story behind stuff, people like, oh shit, that's real. That's right. Why should I stop? Because I got a small platform. See, let me tell you why Diddy ain't speaking on the Dossier. And 50 Cent is speaking on it. 50 Cent don't have nothing to lose. 50 Cent don't have nothing to lose. 50 Cent want to know or want, I don't say he want Big's killer to be found. You understand? Because he's a street dude. But if it is what it is, he is a citizen now. He's a citizen now. And that's okay. Tanika Hutchett, that's on the part that came up. Thank you for that the super chat. Appreciate you. See, I would like more of us to be citizens. And what I mean, not citizens to the United States, citizens to the Black American, the Hispanic, the white American cause, the Latino cause. You understand? I want us to be citizens to our own community. And stop, people always talk to you, you ain't gangster, you ain't, get the hell out of here. A lot of these motherfuckers, I'll tell you, as soon as they get up under that light, they'll tell everything. I've been there. I've seen killers that went to jail for killing people and came out here and had the good life, and then they get a little parole violation and they tell on other people to stay out of jail. I'm like, what the? This nigga he got a little 6 months to go do. He did 100 years, but he don't want to go back to jail. Because he had the good life. He's grown up now. He know better now. And that's what we got to get to our people, man. First thing a dude come on, talking about, yo, nigga ain't street. And I walk up and down the streets every day. Every day. A lot of these guys, man, and I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I went to my pre-op the other day, and I'm not going to call this dude's name out, but it was a brother. So I'm looking at him, he tatted up and everything like that, but he's working in the hospital. You understand? And some of his tats that I'm looking at, because I did work with the gang unit in the Bronx, because I was in SOU. That was Special Offenders Unit, but I had an intensive caseload. You pick up on, when you work in that unit, you work with the child molesters, the rape people. You work with the gang people. You work with the mob people. And what I mean is, those different people units, you work with them because you got a regular intensive caseload, so you're able to pick up on a lot of different things. You understand? You pick up and you learn from each one of those units. And I had the pleasure of working with the people who work with the ATF, work with the people who did with the credit card stuff with the Secret Service. You work with a lot of different people, man. So you pick up and you listen and you learn some things. You understand? That's why some of these people need to close their goddamn mouth and just listen sometimes. That's why when people are talking sometimes, if I'm in a conversation with you on the phone, I'm real quiet. And they say, Gene, you there? Yeah, I'm listening to you. You don't listen with your mouth. Jason Negron, what's up with you, boy? Natasha, hey, what's up with you? So now, you in those units, so you learn a lot of stuff. And being able to pick up on a whole lot of different things in life. So now, those units has helped me to be able to communicate on all sorts and all different levels. Hold on. Machiavelli Jr., what's up with that? I get with you, Sean. Sean, I get with you on that. All right, so now, here we are. Getting back to what I was saying about the Dossier and 50 Cent coming out and doing this for us. 50 Cent being able to put that up on his platform. Now, I got like 100 people hitting me. Yo, G, 50 spoke about the Dossier. 50 spoke about the Dossier. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I know you talked about it. I told 50 a whole lot of stuff when we had a plane ride to Vegas together. And somebody told me 50 writes everything down. And he remembers everything. So I know when I told him, like, we was on a plane, and I said, man, go look up some of that shit yourself, man. I ain't gonna tell you everything. Figure it out for yourself. I heard him say that in his rap. The same way I put it to him, he put it in a rap to y'all on Everything I Love. I was like, oh, shit. And then he came out with that song, I Got the Savoir Faire. I still have my cards around here that it says Savoir Faire on it that I gave to him. And I told him what Savoir Faire meant. People say, yo, I used to hang with Fit. Natasha, I would tell you a story about that, but don't get caught up in that. You got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than that. That boy looked just like his daddy. And I would tell you behind the scenes, and you got to understand that. You got to understand that. Why is that? But don't believe what you see. It shouldn't make you sad, Natasha. Don't believe that, okay? Don't believe that, Natasha. Look and see why. All right? Well, see, you know what? In 2021, it's going to be a whole lot of different. It's going to be different because it's going to be a transition and stuff. But people going to understand, and they think that everything's going to go back to normal. It's not. Trust and believe, it's not. I told y'all it's some good white folks and there's some bad white folks out here. And the good white folks is going to make sure that the bad white folks stay in check. Yeah. Nah, I used to stay on 113, but I used to hang on 112. I used to be around 114th in front of Watley, you know, chilling out there too. But we basically on 112th and 8th Avenue. When I stopped hanging with the same gang. What I think about, I got some people that's dealt with Kamala Harris on a personal level, business level, whatever, and they don't think much of her.